And we're live. Hi, everybody. Okay, boy, did I get here late. I was like, oh my gosh, I had a really long reading. I love my long readings, when they are like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, anyway, hi. And I'm going to check out the comments right now. Oh, we got a lot of comments. Look at all the people that came in. That's great. Matty Tarot is going to be here. We actually were going to have a fun game tonight, the spinning wheel. We didn't get that done, so we'll do that on Monday. Nana, hi. And you guys, you know how to put your comments and your requests in the comments. And I'm just setting up, getting things kind of together. Maddie should be here anytime. He might not be happy with me not getting the spinning wheel ready, but oh well. Life happens, right? So anyway, thank you for putting those requests in. Um, uh, so it's Fluid Friday. Okay. What's in your cup? I barely have anything, a little bit of water. I have another water I just ran and got. Sally, you're seeing the numbers 111, 1111, 333, and 444. Wow. I use the angel number book, but it goes up to 999. Okay, well, I see what you guys have to say. Let me tell you why I've been so busy. Out of the blue, my proofs came for two of my children's books. So, Mirabelle Milton and the Button Fairies. And this is I've got this in the way. The Sewing Factory. And this is a proof. So, of course, this thing goes across it. That should be published tomorrow. It's really, what a fun book. And, I put pictures in it and all this stuff. So I'm really excited about it. Also, I'll give you a little looky. That's one of the fairies. But my Halloween book is in proof now, and I have a couple tweaks I have to do to it. I'll give it back to the editor. So by the end of the month, Mirabelle Milton and the Button Fairies Halloween Hijinks will be for sale. So I'm excited about that. 1111, Sally, if you go to the internet, usually people have, like a set answer for 1111. But I'll show you guys. It's kind of cool. Cool. Where's it at? Right there. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm busy doing this, and I'll be working late tonight working on that. Anyway, I can look up some of those numbers for you, though. Oh, hi, Kim. How are you? Thank you, Nana. So you guys, you never know what's going to happen in your life. And I'm retired from the government. And I took an early retirement, and that's because I had a near-death experience. You guys may know that one. And what happened? More psychic ability came in. And then I've been doing readings for a long time. And then I went ahead and started writing books because I asked the higher power for me as God. And I said, bring me my passion. Bring me my passion. And I got an opportunity to write a book. And from there on now, in 1 year, what do I have, 39? I'm going to have 40 books maybe. So crazy in a year. They're channeled, it comes right through me and I type it up. So anyway, lots of fun. All right. Let me look at your comments. And Maddie should be here anytime. And I will select someone. I guess I'll go over if you're new, especially, you need to know, you need to be 18 or older to get a reading. Readings are randomly selected. These are free readings. We want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to get a really good reading, a valid reading, without it having to cost money. Okay, that's one thing that both Maddie and I agree on. However, if you want to give a tip, we have live tip links. Okay, no legal, no health, no proper names. Put person of interest, an X. a family member, something like that, don't put their name. Otherwise, we can't put you up there. We will be putting you up on selecting your post and putting it up on the screen so that everybody could see it. All right. So, health also, no pregnancy. That's part of it. What else? Would love for you to go to Matty Tarot on YouTube and subscribe to his channel. Maddie's a little bit. Oh, he's here! Yay! Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are
Happy
you?
Fluid Friday.
Yes, I have water,
I have
and
water as well.
I wish I had. I need more cold water, but I got water. You guys, what's in your cup? It's Fluid Friday, so we always have to be nosy. What are you drinking? Yeah. Some people make up really good concoctions. And so we need to have a book or make a cocktail book on how to make these cocktails that people have. Yasmina, coffee. Okay, guys, what's in your cup?
What's in your cup? Happy Fluid Friday. Aura says orange juice.
Let's see. And
A nerd slushy, Rhonda Sellers. Oh, nerd slushy. What? That sounds really good.
yes. Put the ingredients in so we know how to do it. Amanda has a Pepsi. Let's see. Electrolyte drinks, which I love. I love the alkaline drinks too. The water.
Okay, we've
Captain
got
Morgan's.
Yasmina with coffee. Aura says orange juice. Rhonda's got a nerd slushy. Adele says Carlsberg. Amanda's drinking Pepsi. Kim's got Mind Haze. Okay. Electrolyte drink. Captain Morgan. What else? What else is in your cup, guys?
Nana's got coffee.
Alrighty. I love it. Happy Fluid Friday. And we have our Friday Feuds poll. If you guys haven't already seen in the description at the very top, it says participate in our Friday Feuds poll. So please make your way over to that if you haven't. And I'll be there shortly. Hold on. Give me just a second.
I should be talking. I'm reading. If we've got so many comments already. Remember to share the show, please. If you want to also, I talked about Matty Tarot on YouTube. Please go ahead and like and subscribe to Psychic Fix's channel, as well as your Facebook page and this broadcast. Give us some likes, give us some loves. We have a lot of people there, so we can see if you give us loves or likes, okay?
Yes, thank you so much. All right, looks like somebody already participated. Was that you, Debbie?
No, it wasn't me. I want to know what the poll is.
Somebody already answered in the survey, but go to the survey, you guys. Top of the description, it says participate in our Friday Feuds poll. Okay, and this is the question this week. Let's see.
I want what Max is drinking, perhaps passion fruit juice with brandy.
Oh, that sounds good. All right. Okay, so you find a genie in a bottle, but it only grants a limited set of very specific wishes, which are listed below. And I'll read them. So, what would you wish for? The ability to speak fluent dolphin, the ability to turn anything into lasagna, the ability to summon to summon a small rain cloud that follows you around, or the ability to talk to inanimate objects and understand their perspective.
The last one. For me.
I think I'm gonna choose the lasagna. because
No.
I just for the sheer fact that it's hilarious. Like, okay, turning anything into lasagna, like how useless is that? But also just like I don't know, I just want to be that person where people are like, "Well, what did you do with it?" You're like, "I turned it into lasagna." And they're like, "Why? Why did you do that?" It's like, "I don't know, because I can."
Yeah, that's handy if you are going to somebody's house and you need a last minute dinner. Max, I like Max and Yasmina, Ara. We're on the same page here. Hi, Carlos. And people are voting. Thank you. At the very end, we'll see what the popular vote is. A Carvel milkshake.
I think the fluent dolphin one is pretty interesting as well because I swear, I always say this about dolphins because they're so smart. And if you look at like their skeletons, like in their fins, they have a thumb, but like it's just covered in a flipper. So I always say if dolphins didn't have flippers and they like actually had hands, they would have built things in the ocean by now. They'd have like buildings and because they talk to each other. Dolphins are really smart.
But for to do this, you got to go find a dolphin. You
Well,
go to
yeah.
you go to SeaWorld and they're going around in the pool over and over. What are you going to get? Well, I want to get out of here. I
Exactly.
want to death.
No, dolphins are crazy. They like did you know they get high on pufferfish?
No.
Yes, dolphins are crazy. They're wild. They be having wild parties or whatever. No, I'm kidding. But they like they purposely like agitate pufferfish and then they like suck. I don't even know what they do with them, but like there's like some sort of oil that it secretes pufferfish and they ingest this and get high off of it. And they pass the pufferfish around. I'm serious. I'm so not kidding. Look it up.
Oh, I'm sure. But when you say pass it around, that's funny. That is
They
funny.
do. They do.
Here.
They'll give it to the next
Oh my
dolphin.
God.
I'm serious.
How awful. The poor fish.
I know. I know it's messed up. But like dolphins, they're wild. They're wild.
Oh gosh. Everybody head over to the Coral. We got a party. Who's got the puffers? Okay.
Oh,
We're being silly. How this is going to work tonight, you guys. And Maddie, I'm sorry, I didn't get the spinning wheel ready. We'll
oh
do
no,
that
that's
on
okay.
Monday. Um, Phantom says, puff, puff, pass baby. This is so funny. Okay, so how it's going to work is we're going to select people to do readings for, and we're going to go back and forth. Please, if we don't get you to go ahead and put your post in again for your requests. Again, remember no proper names, no health, and no legal. So tonight, surprise, I'm using the same deck I use every time. The Rider Waite deck. It's me. It works, so
No, I'm not laughing at you, Debbie. I'm laughing at
what are you
Max's
reading?
comment.
Oh shoot. Imagine imagine being the poor puffer minding its business. Yeah. And being used. You're being used.
Messed up.
Okay. Oh my God.
One other funny thing about dolphins. So, Mariah Carey, she's like got an exceptional voice, right? Well, there's this video, if you look it up, of Mariah Carey hitting this note. I think it's like F something. It's on the octave of F, which is just insane for a human to be able to hit, but it's one of her whistle notes. And she hits the note and the dolphin goes crazy. He is like, ah, and he's like so happy when he hears the note because it's like it's
He's
just really
going, you
funny.
get me, you get me.
It's hilarious. She hits this note and the dolphin just freaks out and is super happy about it. It's just like, okay,
Aww.
Mariah Carey can speak dolphin. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. But what is she saying? So, okay. Oh my gosh. Here we go. That's Aunt Rhonda says, this is why the dolphins are happy all the time. They're smoking a puffer.
Because
Okay.
they off that puffer.
Ugh. Okay. Oh, Phantom said, yeah, they're the studies on dolphin and really intelligent creatures. Yeah.
Max said, she said, Max, Mariah Carey said, pass the buffer.
And the dolphin goes, yeah, I'm ready. Come on, give it to me with my extra thumb. And
Oh, that's too good. I
oh
love
my
it.
God. We're being so silly. Okay. Okay, let me go find. Marianne says, I would prefer to be Dr. Doolittle and talk to the animals. There you go.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, that would be
But you
good.
can't, it's not all the animals, it's just dolphins.
Did it say inanimate objects that we
Oh,
could
and then
touch?
inanimate objects. Yeah, so
You know,
things
like
that aren't alive.
flow bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's clear to me today. I don't know. Okay, that was the best one for me. We'll just talk to anything, like haunted dolls.
That's
Like,
terrifying, actually.
hey, Annabelle, what's up? No.
No, so Debbie, we just cleaned out my parents' garage and they have this like old curio cabinet, and that's not a curio cabinet. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a glass cabinet. It's very tall. And we finally determined like that's because there's always been spirits in the garage, right? In my parents' garage. And we finally determined that's where it's coming from because they used to keep these porcelain dolls, these like old porcelain dolls in this cabinet. And my sister had the cabinet for a while at her place, and she used to have a mirror that would come flying off the wall. And no, she even like taped that mirror down and she screwed it in and was like, and it would still end up across the room and off the wall. And so it was like, okay, there's something in here. And then there's always been something in the garage, but I finally put two and two together. And I was like, it's that cabinet because it only happened at your house when you had that cabinet. And then now it's in the garage, in my parents' garage, and like it's that cabinet because that cabinet used to have those dolls in it. It's like, oh,
Well, what are you going to do with the cabinet? Get rid of it?
well, they got rid of it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's what you do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, it's good that you figured out what it was.
right.
Yeah. I was like somebody, this one girl, I'm looking at a reel on FB, and this girl went purposely to go pick up a doll that's haunted. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Why would, yeah, come on into my house and wreak havoc and
That's
everything
like
else.
those. That's like those people that like they don't actually believe it and are like mocking it in some way, and they're gonna learn the hard way that you shouldn't mock that sort of thing.
Here we go. Hi, Ashley. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do your reading for you, Ashley, and Maddie, you can tell people what you're using, what tools you're using tonight, and then I'll be ready in about a minute.
Okay. I'm laughing at people's comments still. Amanda said, pass the puffer on the left hand side. And then Kim said, do dolphins like lasagna? And then there was one other one that made me laugh. Phantom said, wait, could Mariah Carey be the real Aqua Woman? Maybe, possibly. Anyway, tonight I'm using the Muse Tarot. I have that deck right here. I've got the Prism Oracle, and then I've got my charms and my inner guidance messages. We're going to incorporate all those together. But yes, as we were saying, it is Fluid Friday. So if you haven't already, let us know. Let us know what's in your cup. Also, participate in our Friday Feuds poll. It's at the top of the description. Click the link. It'll go to SurveyMonkey, and you get to let us know what you want your useless superpower to be. Or the useless wish the genie will grant you. This genie only grants very specific wishes.
Oh, remind me later, but you got a donation through my link, and I got to send that to you.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
thank you to whoever
I
that
like
was.
those.
Thank you very much to whoever was donated that.
I'll let you know. They put a note in the PayPal link.
All right, I am gonna pick somebody. Rhonda says ghosts are fun. Yeah, they're fun if they're like not malicious. I
You
have a
gotta.
very
Oh, go ahead.
I have a
Go ahead.
pretty scary ghost story, but I don't think it was a ghost. I think it was a demon. But yeah,
Mm.
that was not fun.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to start, Ashley. You love when the cards just speak for themselves. Well, I do have some messages here. How I work is the first four cards are going to be for you, represent you, the energy crossing you, the future, the past, just a little look, and then the message, okay? I had to take a few extra cards for you. The card that came down first usually comes when I have somebody that's very talented. When a talent card comes down first, a lot of times or fourth, I'm talking to someone who does something really well, gets a lot of emotional joy and success from that, and I'm usually celebrated for their talent. A lot of times it can be a famous person, an actor, it can be someone who's accomplished in the music field. So I do get this really great card for you. Crossing over you in temporary energy. So something happening right now. The energy is about love. Either we're thinking about it or we're making choice in love of love and romance right now. I get good news coming your way in the future, past position, fond memories of the past. This is when we think of sweet things, gifts given, things like that. So I do feel like there's some sweet memories for you just recently. When I look at what they have to say, they show me about a positive change in your life, and great things will come from this positive change. It shows me a reason to celebrate. When I'm looking at relationships in a community, let's say a very good relationship, this is my engagement card. So it shows me a party coming up or a reason to celebrate, very strong one, okay? I also get the Ace of Cups, open heart blessings and joy. Having open heart for things to come in. FYI, this is also partially a fertility card, by the way. But being open for love and all the blessings to come in. You're ready. Now, you do have the death card. I'm not looking at a homicide or anything, so this death card is very positive. It's transforming, like it's having something different happen in your life that makes a big change. So we do see this happening of as something maybe that you're going to learn how to do. This transformation into living a different way and having a different lifestyle. Very, very strong, important card here. You also have the Sun card, even though this is a card of happiness and success. For me, this is a card of possible career offers and opportunities coming in. Your last card happens to be the Devil card. That's why I have more cards for you. When we get a Devil card, my intention on there is more negative energy, and as in can be fears and things like that. So I'm going, what is going on with fears? It shows me a fear of a new beginning, and it shows me cards about money, about getting some money, maybe not getting some money that we expect, and feeling like we should have gotten more money. Okay. So I do feel like that's something that's going to be coming up. And so you're forewarned is forearmed. And here you go. I really do feel like there's going to be something coming in about money. Maybe you expect some to come in. It's yours. It should be yours. And you don't get enough of it. And that's what I have for you. And best of luck, Ashley.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Thank you.
Okay, I've chosen Amanda M. Can I have a reading on my recent ex and if we'll ever get back together? Yes, you may. Okay, so friend, hold on one second. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more of these because that's funny. Okay. So Spirit's so cheeky sometimes. Okay. So there's a concept I want to kind of try and explain to you about justice. And a lot of times, so hold on one second. Let me just pull these. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Pulling out your charms. Oh, justice came out again with the charms. Yeah, that theme is very strong here. So, justice. A lot of people think about justice and they think like, okay, what's karma about, and what if somebody does me wrong, then the only way it can be set right and it's fair and karma, right, is if justice is served, where that situation is rectified or reconciled within the same circumstances, within the same with the same people, so that person would come back and apologize and make things right. No, that's not how it works. It's not. That's not how it always works. So it's very rare that it works that way. But justice does happen and karma is served, and it's typically not within the same circumstances or the same environment. So it's an energetic thing. Um, and it just like with all energy, it goes where it's useful and where um, it is called to. So the reason, have you ever noticed that people come back after you've already moved on? And that's kind of what I'm trying to explain here is that, so let's say this is just a hypothetical. Let's say two people break up, and this person has their own reasons to be mad and resentful and to be hurt, right? They think it was, they have their own hurts. And then this other person has their own reasons to be mad and resentful and hurt. Well, both of those people are mad and resentful and hurt. And so the energy's balanced in that way. So even though you guys are apart, you still are energetically balanced and in this cycle. Now, justice has no space to come in because both of you, imagine the scale of justice, right? Both people are still standing on the scale with all their anger, their resentment, and their hurt, and it's balanced. It's when the one person moves off the scale and moves on, lets that anger go, lets that resentment go, and lets that hurt go, and decides, you know what, I'm going to move on, and they start to move on, well, the scale becomes unbalanced and justice comes in to serve karma and balance the scale. Justice will always do this. So that's why if you ever notice, you're like, oh, I moved on, I got in a new relationship, and all my exes came out of the woodwork and want me back now suddenly. And it's like, well, yeah, because justice was served. They're feeling the karma now, and they're realizing something, and they're trying to play catch up. And this happens time and time again. And so here's what's going to happen with you, though. No, I don't see it happening within the time that you want it. I see you finally getting to a space where you move on. And it's very apparent here. Look, justice comes when the Knight of Emotions, or the Knight of Cups, which is dating, new romantic partnerships, and Ace of Materials, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities arise. So justice arrives when new romantic partnership opportunities arrive. So and then by that time, you will not be you may not be interested still. Now, I have a little bit of a surprise here that I want to forewarn you, but I'll get to that in a second. Nine of Pentacles came out here. So a lot of independence here. You're going to be focusing on your independence, on your financial stability. You're focusing on lessons learned. The Eight of Pentacles came out here. Lessons learned, how you can apply that, the benefit of experience. And then Queen of Emotions, Queen of Cups came out here as well. This is healing. So it's really a time for you to heal and focus on yourself. Now, you need, and you're being asked energetically to rest and surrender to the whole of the circumstances. Accept what is. Accept what is. It's much easier than fighting against it. If you've ever heard, it's like I don't know what it's, the Tale of Two Tigers. It's some Japanese folklore or something. But anyway, there's the pain. The two tigers represent our pain, right? And the first one is the pain of the actual situation, the thing that happened. It was hurtful. It hurts us. The second one is a much worse, much deeper, much more prolonged pain, and it is inflicted by we inflict it upon ourselves, and that is the rumination around it, the way we hold on to it, the way we identify with it, the way we apply it to ourselves and make and talk down to ourselves because of it. We say I'm less than, I'm not enough, this that, we take it, we hold on to it, we ruminate, and we just stagnate there. And you're being asked to surrender to the whole of the circumstances and to accept what is and to focus on self. Understand that you may not see it right now, but this happened for a reason. You're trying to, something is being shown to you. And that is what you need to find that's the silver lining you need to find here. Now, because this person's going to come back. And when they do, what you don't see coming is I see seven of voices, which is seven of swords. This is self-sabotage. This is betrayal. It would be a betrayal to yourself to have done so much work in healing and your independence and your self-esteem and moving on, to only then self-sabotage by taking this person back who has not changed, who only wants you now because you're doing better and moving on. Where were they when you weren't? Where were they when they left you? Out in the dust like that, So you're being asked to be caution of this betrayal that you don't see coming, because what lies right underneath the betrayal is the 10 of swords: despair, defeat, failure, ruin. So that's what you don't see coming. You need to be cautious of that. You don't want to take this person back. You may be so tempted because they're going to come back and they're going to say all the things you've wanted to hear. But you're being asked to turn a new leaf, okay? You may be friends with this person. So friend, maybe they can come back as a friend. But the cycle has come to completion with them. It may be overwhelming at this time, but you're being asked to, I don't know if you can see that, overwhelming. But you're being asked to sit in these feelings and to surrender to the whole of the circumstances, okay? The charms I have here is that you need to listen to your heart, follow your heart, and your heart doesn't want you to hurt. So a lot of times we trick ourselves and we say our mind tells us, oh, I want to be back with that person, but our heart continues to be hurt with them. And our heart doesn't want us to hurt. So if you say, I'm following my heart and I'm going back to this person who continues to hurt me, I'm just following my heart, I can't help it, I love them. No, you're following your mind. You're following your mind. Your heart doesn't want you to hurt, okay? There's ghosts of the past here that have been brought to the surface that you need to recognize and see what this is trying to show you and teach you. Justice can only be served once you turn a new leaf. Okay? And then the white rabbit here is, there's an old ancient folklore of the natives that they say white rabbit, or they say something, they don't say the English words white rabbit, but there's they say it translates to white rabbit, and it's this old native trick about the smoke of the fire. If it's going in your face and you say white rabbit, it's the spirits take it a different direction, right? But anyway, this charm means white rabbit, smoke screen. Don't be fooled by the smoke screen that this person is going to come back with, okay? Because you've been doing a lot of work, busy as a bee, and you don't want to backtrack, and you don't want to undo that. This is, turning a new leaf means taking a new path, and sometimes you got to cut off the old in order to make room for the new. There's much better coming for you, so be cautious. This is your test. Well, he or she, I don't know, but when they come back, that's your test. The universe will always test us. Have you learned your lessons? Have you passed? Here's your test. And if you pass the test, then you are granted a new opportunity and a blessing, something more comes to you. But if you fail the test and take back what you've just healed from and just all the growing you've done, well, that's called a karmic cycle, and that's called a karmic loop. And you'll learn that lesson over and over and over again you'll be presented with that lesson over and over and over again until you are ready to learn it. So keep that in mind. That's all I have for you this evening.
That's amazing. Always good readings, good things for many people, not just the client. Very, very good things. Veronica Mendez says she's seen full body apparitions.
Wait, what?
She sees full body ghosts.
Sometimes or all the time?
Well, she says, I've seen full body apparitions,
Oh,
like walking, the whole body going.
that's a
Sometimes I
lot.
get half of them. Sometimes I just get half, you know. I don't think I'd like it if I just got a head. So I get head and shoulders or I get half spirit, you know, the shadow people. I won't see them like from the waist down. They're just like, but I see everything else and they toss their hair and they do whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah, the only time I saw a full body was at one time in Colorado where there was a person I saw. And then another time that I told the story on here, I think it was in the bathroom, and I thought it was my dad. I thought it was my dad in the middle of the night, like standing somewhere, and I was just like, because I was visiting my parents, and I swore it was him, and I even said, "Oh, Dad, you scared me," and then they said nothing, and I reached into the bathroom and turned the light on, and there's nobody there, and I was like, "Oh, okay," like.
I'm going to do a reading for Nana. I wanted to show you because you don't know this yet. But my book two of Mirabelle Milton should be published tomorrow.
Woo!
And the Halloween book. I got it
Okay.
in proof, and that'll take me to the end of the month to finish. But
Is
yes, Halloween hijinks.
Halloween hijinks? I love it.
It's gonna be fun. Okay, Nana, you finally get a reading here. Here we go. Uh, I'm new and I came before, but I didn't get picked, and I don't know what to do to get picked. We did the right thing. You wrote that we didn't pick you the last time, and you were new. So here we go. I picked you. Um, I'm going to go ahead, Nana, and tell you that I feel like you have a lot on you, heavy burdens, a lot of responsibility, a lot going on. Okay. I feel like it's okay, but I do feel like there's a lot there for you. I also get the energy crossing over you of being very stuck, like, oh, I can't do anything about this, or something like that. We don't like to see that energy come down as a card or be crossing over anyone. So make sure that you are always going forward. Talk to your guides about taking things out of your way and flow a little bit better, because it does show right now the temporary energy being, oh, maybe I can't do anything about this. In the future, again, we have a card of not seeing clearly, need to make decisions, not knowing what's ahead. Always talk to your guides. Get that going so that you have clarity and you're going forward. Past position, you may have gotten just a little bit news that money might be coming in. This is the good news of money ahead. Now, let me tell you, you have some cards. You have cards like, I have big decisions to make. I have the bigger decisions that come in life to make. Make sure that you are asking your guides, spirit guides, help me make decisions, the right ones for me that are positive, and there's a lot of prosperity that will come in, things like that, in making that right decision. Because I get, oh, I don't know, I have these big decisions to make right now. I don't see you making them, but that might be that stuck energy. All right. I do see a healing card for you, like really healing and going in the right direction in your life, but healing and going in the right direction with your healing. Sometimes this also can be a short trip that you take. I get the Ace of Cups. You want all the good things in life to come into you. Like, I want, and I'm manifesting it, and I want all this greatness to come in. Being at part fertility on this card, I always do tell you when I get that on this card, it can be anything for applicable from pregnancy to menopause. If there were an issue, you would go to a healthcare professional. But really, this card is open heart, blessings, and joy. I want to manifest all the good stuff in, and it shows me that you will have a new beginning come, which is good. We always want that. They have a message for you. And the message is to have a positive attitude. Always keep that positivity up. And if you can learn the law of attraction and manifesting, go for it. And no matter what happens, keep up with the hope and and the courage, because no matter what happens, hang in there. Great things are to come for you. Really good things. They show me a person, a Queen of Cups. This can be you or someone else. It can be someone in spirit. So I get a mother energy, or somebody be like a mother. I get a nurturing person. Maybe they were in nursing or medical field or in creative energy here as well. Also, I feel like somewhat psychic. So we could have a person in spirit that's watching over you. This could be something that you identify with, or it's somebody that comes in and priority in your life, but a compassionate, loving woman. Okay, so that's what I have for you. And I'm glad that you came, and welcome to our show.
That was lovely, Debbie.
There we go.
Okay, I've chosen Veronica Mendez. And says, can I have a reading regarding my husband? Now, I don't know. I don't know what you were asking specifically regarding your husband, but my intuition, and let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, my intuition's telling me you're feeling very disconnected. So that's what I based the reading off of. So I hope my intuition was correct. It probably was. But let me know in the comments. You're feeling very disconnected from your husband. You're wondering what's going on. Veronica says yes. Okay. So, here's what's going on. There's... So not only is there the, like, normal... okay, so when we get into relationships, we expect these people to be are like everything for us, right? And it's like, that's a lot to expect of a person. Because think about all the times, think about all the people you love, like your mother and your father and your siblings and, your friends. And think about all the great things you think of them and how much you love them. And now think about all the times where you just didn't want to be around any of them. And it had nothing to do with them, but you just wanted time to yourself, or you just wanted space, or you just whatever it is, or something they did just kind of annoyed you, and it's not that you hate them, you just are like, I just don't want to deal with you right now. And it's like, people are people, and we're all people, right? So it's best to not read into every single action of your partner. You don't need to do the detective work of uncovering what every tone of their voice meant, and what what did they mean when they did that thing with their eyebrow, and what did you actually mean by that, and so that's really important. You might be reading into some things a bit and making the situation, making a normal excuse me, so sorry, a normal part of being in a relationship, turning that into conflating it into some sort of problem that doesn't actually exist. And then it compounds itself in that way, because when, let's say your husband, I have a feeling your husband's a little avoidant. So let's say your husband's being a little avoidant about something, or just being avoidant in general, and kind of just doesn't really know how to communicate that that he just wants some space or whatever, or just like, he's like, I'm fine. I just don't, it's just, I'm just going through the ups and downs of life, essentially. Um, you may then come and start to dig up problems that weren't really there, but you think they're there, and then that annoys him further or frustrates him further, and he's like, why are you doing this? And then it's just kind of spirals from there. But here's what Spirit's saying: there's nothing to worry about. The issue that if there's any issue between you and your husband, it's that you both don't feel seen. You both want your flowers, essentially. And I have a very similar experience, and I've faced this challenge with my husband. So I understand that, and it all comes down to communication and the way you guys communicate through things. So you can start the conversation by simply saying, is there some, I would like to understand. I would like to hear you. I would like to be a safe space for you. Is there anything that's on your mind that we can maybe talk about? I've been feeling, maybe say, I've been feeling distant from you lately, and I would like to understand without judgment, and I would like to be a safe space for you. Is there anything on your mind that we could talk about or that you would like to let me know? And just go from there. Be receptive to what he says after that. And if he says he doesn't, that there's nothing, accept that in the moment. Say, okay, I still feel like we're disconnected. And I don't know if everything is being said, but I'm open to talking whenever you feel ready to. But I accept what you're saying right now. So, and leave it at that. Don't make it an argument. Don't bring it into anything. I do see you guys coming out on top here. There is a victory. There is an overcoming of a challenge, and a new opportunity presented itself, and it provides you guys with this space for it's like this creative, free spirited energy. You guys work well together, and something new is created from this. But an old cycle has to come to a close, and that is very important. There is a cycle that happens here that is exhausting both of you. So, how do I say this? There, you may feel like you're unheard, and maybe I don't know if it's you or your husband, but so I have this tendency to want to solve issues. If somebody brings me an issue, I will try to solve it, and I'll be like, "Well, here's your solution," but that leaves people feeling. I've come to learn this, and it's taken. I mean, I'm still working on it, but it leaves people feeling unheard, or like their emotions don't matter, or invalidated, and I've had to learn how to step back and just be a listener. Just listen. Sometimes people don't want you to solve their problems. They're not looking for a solution. They just want to be heard. They want to be validated. They want to be heard. They want to be understood. And when you go into solving issues, you kind of are saying, well, your emotions aren't really important, and here's what you need to do, and like, why don't you get that? And like, so essentially, they felt talked down to and like invalidated. And I don't know if it's you or your husband that does this, but I'm getting here that that's the issue, is that it's kind of like this story I heard in from a therapist one time. It says the woman with the nail in her head, she goes to her husband and says, "I've just got this headache, and it's really eating away at me." And then the husband is like, "Well, sweetie, there's a nail in your head and you're bleeding." And she's like, and she goes, "You're not listening." And then he's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then she goes on to say, my eyes just like they're pounding and like all this, and it's throbbing in my temple. And he's like, there's a nail in your head. And she's like, you're not listening to me. And he's like, okay, and da da da. Anyway, it goes on like this for a while, and she ends up getting really mad and like walking away from him. And he's like, I don't understand. I don't get it. She's got a nail in her head. Why doesn't she like just take the nail out? It solves everything. And the therapist says to him, she just wants you to hear her. She doesn't want you to solve the problem. She knows there's a nail in her head. Like, and that's just a really, really explicit and like kind of quirky, weird story to convey the message that is sometimes we don't need the solution. People can find solutions on their own. They're very capable, but they want to be heard. It's a human need of ours to be heard, to be validated, to be understood. And so, and like I said, I struggle with this one. I throw solutions, and it's because I'm trying to relieve myself of any sort of like guilt or any sort of like bad feelings I may feel for having caused, my partner some sort of, emotional turmoil. But instead, I should sit in that and accept it and hear them. And that's where the solutions come from. So, maybe you and your husband need to work on that, hearing each other. And a great way to hear him, I'm sorry, a great way, if you're feeling unheard, a great way is to hear him first. So put yourself aside for a moment and understand that it seems counterproductive, but it will come back around and it will work in your favor if you just put yourself aside for a moment and be a space for him to feel heard. And when he feels heard, he will open up and he will start to hear you and and so be the bigger person and start that process, because sometimes in a partnership, you know, we're not always going to be able to come and put our 100 in. So, you know, if you're able to do that, if you feel like you have the capacity to do that, do it. It will start a good beneficial process for you too. Because here it says beloved one, beloved one. You guys have, you guys have a great relationship. I don't see any issues here. I do see a cycle that needs to be walked away from though and closed out. And so maybe you can be the start of that, because what you don't see coming is the Page of Cups. That's an apology. You'll get an apology, a genuine one from your husband. And you'll also the Page of Cups is like this offer that's promising. It's not very big, but you know, it's small steps toward the right thing, toward a great thing that is these are promising. You can count on them. So I do see you guys making effort and the needle moving. Um, so be patient and try to initiate the process by not talking about any yourself for a moment, or any of the things you're feeling there are issues on, and try to hear him first, and that will then come back around to you being heard. I guarantee you. Okay, that's all I have for you this evening.
Lots of good stuff. Good advice. Dex, hi. Okay. What does spirit want you to know? I want you to know that a spirit did come in. And they come in behind me and I can feel them. And then they usually just go back a little bit and they're helping with the reading or whatever. But then it came back in. So we do have a spirit that's here for you. You have a big life lesson coming up. So I did ask what that's about. So let's go ahead and start your reading. The card that comes down for you and represents you is the Ace of Swords. And this is when, usually this is in a reading, like an idea comes, you jump on it, you successfully implement it, you're victorious. It's a great card. But this comes down straight. So I believe that something's coming in for you, that you're going to work on it. It's going to be very good for you. Crossing you in temporary energy is a card of transformation. That's the death card. This card means that you have looming a big change in your life for the better. Okay. So that's what you're manifesting in, this big, nice change. Now, in the future, I see you getting some money. So it'll be a little chunk of money coming in. It's yours. You should have it. Sometimes this comes as inheritance, sometimes money being paid back, refunds, whatever. But I do see in the future you getting a little good share of money. Past position was the Wheel of Fortune, from a positive change. Great things come in your future. Okay, so what they have for you is for you, it shows me that you have a big decision to make. Also shows me the card of advice. When I get that, it means to make these big decisions, the best thing to do is to talk to other people, get their opinions, and then you can make a decision from that. Okay. They show me that you might find out that good news of money's coming ahead. And of course, I already saw that coming for you. Now, we have the big card of the Hangman card, which is card of destiny. This is my card of karma, of past lives, also soul contracts. So this tells me that you're going to be going through something. So I asked what it is. So this is what it's about. Something's going to be coming in for you, and you need to know. I do get the card of you being super responsible. I do get the card of an offer coming in, but you're unsure if you want to accept it. So when we get this card, like, I don't know, crisscross applesauce, I don't know if I want to do this. Well, maybe you shouldn't, because I see you being unsupported in this offer and that you won't get the money that you want. Okay, you're left out of the money with this. So I want to tell you that's coming up. And it is one of those soul contracts that you wrote in. I want to experience this. So you now know this is coming in. So be ready for it. It does give me the counseling card. So make sure that you talk to other people so that you can make your decisions. Okay, get their opinions. Two people are here in priority in your life. One can be you. So this comes in importance. I have a very strong male, might be physically fit, by the way, intelligent, just this theme of what's right and wrong, strong opinions, a leader, but very compassionate man. I also have another man here involved with things. He's ambitious. He wants to get to the top of his field. This is somebody who might know about business, may have business ideas, and very motivated, and especially to get where they want to be in life. So there's something coming in that I can see is like ordained as a soul contract to go through. So the two men, one is more ambitious, the other one is got the strength. Okay. And we know already it has to do with some kind of offer and the money and being unsupported. So I feel like they're giving you a little cautionary message here. And that's what I have for you.
That was lovely, Debbie.
Okay. Maddie's
right.
doing a yes no question.
Yeah, I'm going to do a yes no, and then we'll get to our Friday Feuds results.
Okay.
Okay, but where is it? YouTube user. My name is Lenny. Will I get money from my boss this weekend? So, hold on a second. I was getting to the survey so I can see the results. Okay. Lenny. The pendulum, if it swings this way, is a yes. If it swings this way, it's a no. I already did it and it said yes, but we'll do it again. So you can see. And I've also pulled a tarot card that corresponds with this and validates the message. So I'm going to say yes, you will. But will Lenny get money from their boss this weekend? Will Lenny get money from their boss this weekend? Will Lenny get money from their boss this weekend? See, it's going back and forth. Yes. Saying yes. And so you can see this works. I'm going to say, is my name Debbie Duncan? Is my name Debbie Duncan? Is my name Debbie Duncan? No. Is my name Matty Tarot? Am I Matty Tarot? Am I Matty Tarot? Yes. Will Lenny get money from their boss this weekend? Yes. Okay. So yes, you will. And then the Four of Pentacles I pulled. So the Four of Pentacles is all about gathering one's own resources, hoarding. It has to do with it's kind of this energy of like, that's mine. Okay. So what that tells me is that you're going to get what's yours, and it's a matter of like you got to communicate one more time. So maybe send another message if you haven't already said something. So maybe send another message, and however you would like to do that, you know, just following up on the compensation that I'm owed. You know, anybody who's paying somebody for something, I mean, it's just bottom line. If you've done work and you were told you were going to be paid for it, they need to pay you if the work is finished. So, you know, they can feel any type of way about it, but if you send them a message saying, "Hey, just following up on the compensation that I'm owed," you know, most people are going to understand that is just what needs to be done, and you know they'll make it happen in some way. They're probably only avoiding it because for some reason they're maybe utilizing the funds for something else in the time, and they don't have it to pay you. But if you say something, they'll figure it out. They'll get it together and pay you. Okay, so you will be paid this weekend, but it does require you send one more message and follow up one more time. Okay, but anyway, back to the genie in a bottle who grants really crappy wishes. Let's see.
This is a poll, you guys.
Yes.
So a lot of you played along on Survey Monkey, and so here we go.
All right, so we're analyzing the results. Okay, so it looks like the ability to talk to inanimate objects and understand their perspective is the winner here. So it says 2/3 of the people voted that. But we've got this in second place, the ability to speak fluent dolphin. So if you do get that wish granted, be sure to ask, them to pass the puffer and invite Mariah Carey. And in third place was the ability to turn anything into lasagna. I think if anybody else chose that, I appreciate it because I thought that one was hilarious. And so I would just like to
Well,
be the difficult person that's like, well, why did you turn it into lasagna? It's like, because I can.
yeah. But most of the people voted mine, which was that
Yeah.
last one.
Yeah.
Yes. Always fun. We have
Nobody
Friday polls.
nobody wants to summon a small rain cloud, but like that could be useful. I mean, like, what if it's really hot and you want some shade?
But it's got rain in it. It's going to just be raining on you. If I could just say, okay, come along with me and we'll go water the garden. But I just envision it just raining on me the whole time. We got crazy polls. Thank you, Matty, for your
love it.
creativity.
Thank you all for participating. I appreciate it. All right, you guys. Well, that was Fluid Friday. So
Look
wait,
at
what?
this. Deck's really good. Imagine going to a garage sale or thrift store, and those items have a lot of tales to tell. Absolutely. Like I
Yes, they
said,
do.
the haunted dolls and stuff, pretty good.
Yeah, that would be interesting to get the perspective of some items, but others I would probably just not want to hear. Like,
Well,
like I don't want the perspective of a toilet seat,
oh, to be the butt of all the jokes.
You can keep that. You can keep that.
Oh my God, that's so funny. You guys, we're just over our hour, and we thank you so much. And if you're new, come and see us Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And just write in there like Nana did. Oh, I was here and I didn't get a reading. Because I'll try to look for them, if you're new, and get you in the queue for a reading, for a great reading from Matty Tarot. And an excellent one from me, I might say.
A lovely one.
Yes. And it'll be Mystery Monday. And so we will do something in a mystery theme because we didn't get to do it today. And we hope you come in then and get a reading from us. But we're here most Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Unless it's a holiday or Debbie and I have had some prior engagement, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please join us. But thank you so much for all of your support. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. And we'll see you on Monday.
And subscribe to Matty Tarot on YouTube. And I thank you for that.
And to Psychic Fixes. Don't forget Debbie.
Thank you. Okay, you guys. Have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.